If you are wanting to buy a water softener and are thinking about paying more than $3,500, including installation, don't do it. It's too expensive. If you live in Washington State or upstate New York or Maine, you don't need a water treatment system. If a salesman came to your house and said these words, "Darla, I'll tell you what, I really like you, so I'm gonna throw in a 5-year supply of soaps and cleaning products, absolutely free. That'll pay for the system itself." Run away. If you are just starting out with research and you don't know what to buy, there are a few features that are going to set some systems apart from the others. But really, you just want to look for something that's going to have ion exchange. Nothing else out there works. I have tested systems. I sold them for years and years and years. I tell you that I tested, especially the magnetic ones, it's just, you're wasting your money. Limestone and other rock particles don't attract to a magnet. So, yeah, they're not metal. I don't know why people buy. Why do people buy these things? Why? Come on, guys. Use common sense. They don't work. Do you want to go with a dealership, or do you want to just buy a system and then have a plumber do everything? So, if you're lazy and you don't really want to have to deal with anything, go with a dealership, but make sure you look at a ton of them. We have terrible water where I live in Texas, and out of about 30 or 40 companies that are here selling water systems that are dealerships, there's probably 2 that I would trust that actually have a fair price and that aren't going to rip you off every time they come to service the system. Your system will need servicing. If you use a dealership, obviously they have to make money, so they're going to be charging you a premium. I find that if you just buy the system and hire a plumber, it's way cheaper to go that way. So it's up to you. But again, do not spend with any dealership you go to more than $3,500 on a system, including installation. And that's with a full line if you're not pre-plumbed. And if you need to see what that looks like, just Google pre-plumb. It's a little loop that's in the back of your garage. That means you're set up for a water system. It typically is in the garage. If you're not, it's going to cost a little bit more to plumb all the way to the house. But, you know, call around to a few plumbers and ask how much they charge and ask how much insurance they have in case anything goes wrong. Okay, back to water softening. You're looking for one with ion exchange. The other thing you need to look for is how much salt is the system going to take. So it's going to need to regenerate with either salt or potassium. I don't care whichever you pick. I just find that potassium costs about 3 times more than a bag of salt, and it does the exact same thing. So I would stick with the salt system. Usually they do both. If you are going the route of you're going to buy a system and you want to find a plumber to install it, call around to a few different plumbers. I would say for a pre-plumb in Texas, it costs $250 to install. It shouldn't take them more than an hour or two to install the system. And that means if you have the big loop that's typically found in your garage, you're set up for a system. And again, I couldn't see that going up. I mean, maybe if you live in California, $400, just depending on labor. If you need a full line, so you need to be set up for a system in your home, it's a lot more work. It's probably a half a day's to a day's work. And in San Antonio, in Texas, it costs you about $750 to do a full line up to your house. I would look around for anywhere from $750. I think we're on the cheap end of labor, so if you're living anywhere else, it would cost you maybe $1,000. I wouldn't pay any more than $1,300. Okay, so now getting to the bones of it, you do need to do a little bit of research if you're looking for a system. This would take me all day. I'd have to make another video, and I don't want a video that's that long to go through, every system out there and compare and contrast. There's tons to pick from. My sister bought a cheap one, I think from Lowe's one time, and it blew the beads into her pipes, and it was a mess and really expensive. So definitely do research on what you need. Look around, research the companies that you're going to buy it from, and if you're going to do it by yourself and you found a system, just go ahead and research the plumbers that you're going to have install. I have a few recommendations on my website, thetruthaboutwatersoftening.com, if you want to check it out. Look at a few. There's a couple links you could click and see what's out there. Good luck. Don't spend any more than $3,500, and that includes plumbing. All right. Take care.